Kristin. Welcome to Bourbon and BS.
Thanks. I'm so excited to be here.
How are you?
I'm doing great because I'm drinking bourbon at 2:30 in the afternoon over here.
I love it. See, we try to do it at the end of the day,
Yeah.
but end of the day for East Coast is the beginning of the day for West Coast. Yeah, and it's Friday. That's so you're good.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing. So I'm going to ask what you're drinking in just a second because that's going to be my first question. But before we get started with that, for those of you that don't know, which all of you probably know who's on screen with us today, Kristin Messerli is from Cultural Outreach, and I know you have been on the scene for so long that everybody knows you and loves you, just like I do. And so what I just poured into my glass, by the way, is my absolute favorite, Sazerac Rye. Oh my goodness. So our director of customer success literally pulled up to the house 5 minutes ago and dropped this off for me. And I said, oh, I know exactly what I'm going to be drinking on our call. I recommend this to anyone. Usually the South gets this no problem, but North, they don't make it up north that much. So even in Maryland, it's like barely available at liquor stores. But if you like good bourbons or whiskeys, this is the best rye I've ever had.
Okay. I am a huge, huge fan of rye. I have Rittenhouse here, which is just my, go-to favorite. And have been thinking I need to explore more ryes. I just always go to that one. It's like, it's not expensive, but it's just so tasty. So
Well now you know another one. So is that what you're drinking right now?
that's what I'm drinking. But I do have a splash of this Branca Menta. I don't know if you've heard of that. It's like it's Fernet but mint, and it just flavor explosion. So
Yeah, well, listen, you have the fancy glass. You look like somebody that enjoys a good drink. Cheers to you.
I do.
All right. Well, listen, I got to ask first things first. And this is one I told you we ask different questions all the time. There's a skeleton behind you, a picture of one. What is that?
Yeah. I don't know. I just kind of like creepy looking things. There's also a creepy looking crow on someone's back over there. So
Oh, I couldn't see the crow. All right.
yeah, just came across that one time somewhere. At an event or something. I was like, oh, I'll put that on my wall. Has a little bit of vibe over here.
And you literally have a background that looks like a Zoom backdrop, but it's not. It's actually your background.
Yeah, this is I have a small space, but this is my office corner. So
it's perfect. It's perfect. All right. Well, let's get started. So let me ask you this question. How much time did you spend on airplanes before you had to sit here for COVID?
My life is drastically different. I actually had completely gotten rid of any kind of dwelling place. I put my stuff in storage and was just living off of, Airbnbs, hotels, and planes. So yeah, it was at least three or four times a week that I'd be on a plane. Now it's zero. So
now zero. And where did you get this? So like every time I met you and we talked about travel, like you love travel. Where does that come from? Who inspired this?
Always, like growing up, I wanted to be a nomad. That was my thing. I always said I wanted to travel the world and live nowhere. And then I got this idea of living out of a van for a while. And then I eventually made it into my business life. But I have to be honest, this has been such a crazy time for me because of that huge shift. I loved travel so much, and I still love travel, and I still get the itch to go, but I have loved being home for a while. I just quickly, created a space, and now on Saturdays I go to Target or something, and I know going anywhere is a big deal, but I'm like, oh, this is a day I do an errand,
Yeah.
It felt kind of good to feel a little, normal.
So what's interesting is this time gave you a chance to appreciate the little things.
Yeah, exactly. I do really appreciate the little things. And so not to diminish all the suffering in the world or whatever, but I'm having a pretty great time.
Good for you. Hey, listen, you've heard the phrase, it's your world, we're just living in it. It's true. It's your world, we're just living in it. And you know what? I have a world and you're living in mine. So it's cool. You get to experience this your own way. And that's really awesome. So we're talking about little things. Let's talk about the little things for just a minute more. We're going to go real little here. Mm-hmm. Gummy bears or gummy worms, regular or sour, if you had to choose?
Well, I have a freezer full of gummy bears. I don't know that I could choose between them because I do love sour candies so much, but I like to soak regular gummy bears in vodka like a 14-year-old. So have them out for when
Hold
having
on.
over.
Did you say like a 14-year? I like to soak my gummy bears in vodka like a 14-year-old.
I guess maybe I was a little early to the drinking age. 14, but
It's your world. We're just living in it. That's
yeah,
amazing. So hold on a second. I'm learning something new. So you soak gummy bears. Wait a second.
yeah.
Hold on. Didn't I just see that in the California NBA package? They had gummy bear. I just ate them. You're supposed to put them in something? Tell me what
Yeah,
this
you
is.
gotta put it in vodka, and then you've got an adult gummy bear.
Okay, so you literally just take a gummy bear, drop it in vodka,
Leave it overnight. Yeah,
and then you eat the gummy bear.
yeah.
Now, do you put it in flavored vodka or is it just plain vodka?
I guess you could take this any direction you want to take it. It's
Yeah, it's
your
whatever
world.
you want. It's my world.
Yeah.
So have you ever done like a sour gummy bear, apple gummy bear, like a sour apple into a sour apple vodka?
I don't know why I haven't done that. That's brilliant, but I haven't done that.
There's something in your future.
Yeah, definitely.
There's something in your future. Let's stay with candy and food and fun stuff.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite cereal growing up?
A favorite what?
Cereal.
Cereal. Well, I think my favorite cereal has stayed the same. I've always been a Frosted Flakes girl. So, and I still just had it a couple days ago.
Yeah, nice. Good for you.
Yeah.
You do what you want.
I do what I want.
Now, have you ever done breakfast for dinner?
Yeah, I do that pretty frequently because I love cooking, but sometimes I get really lazy and I do, an eggs and toast type thing. So
For dinner?
yeah, for dinner.
That's cool. Now, are you a coffee drinker?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very
So
much.
at what point do you cut off coffee in the day?
It sucked so much lately because I have realized if I drink more coffee, I get tired. And so I can have one cup and I feel great. But anything after that, I start getting really sleepy. But I still want the coffee. So I have to cut it off right first thing in the morning. Like I have my cup of coffee for the day. And then if I drink, I have to drink like chamomile tea and I'll feel energized after that. Isn't that weird?
That is very weird. Hold on a second. So coffee, you have one cup of coffee and then if you have another one, you get tired.
Yeah.
So you don't have another one. And instead you drink chamomile tea, which is supposed to put you to sleep. And that gives you energy.
Yeah. I think because I get really like energized during the day. And if I have coffee, it will, or continue to have coffee, it'll like throw me over the edge. And then my body's like, oh, I can't handle this anymore. And, but if I have something calming, then it's like, okay, keep going here, chill out a little bit. Yeah.
It gives you, I get it. When you relax, you're at peace. So you get energy.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, hold on. I got to dive into this cooking thing. So you said you like cooking. Are you like, do you have like go-to meals or are you adventurous? You're like, you know what? I want to try this new thing.
Yeah, I love being adventurous. I'm trying to think about any go-to meals I have, but I make this like coconut curry that is really good.
Oh my goodness.
And the go-to thing. But I love grabbing new recipes. I did sign up when quarantine first happened. I signed up for one of those meal programs, where they groceries. And that's super fun because then it's like, surprise, this is what you're cooking tonight. And you don't have to think about groceries. But then sometimes I didn't want what they were, sending.
And you couldn't choose? Like we do the thing, it's with Home Chef. That's what we have delivered.
You can't choose. I just would forget to choose every time. And something I didn't want. I want to try this again. You like Home Chef?
I love Home Chef.
Okay.
I love it. I literally give it to people as gifts.
Oh,
nice. I
nice.
swear to you,
I'm going to try that.
Try it. It's so good. But don't forget, if you want, I'll have somebody on my team call and remind you. Like I will literally put a calendar reminder for myself to text you. Did you place the order?
Okay, that'd be great.
Okay, I'm done. I'm making a note. But you got to tell me when you get Home Chef. As a matter of fact.
Okay, I'm gonna make a note.
I'm gonna give you a $30 discount.
Okay.
I have a card. Yeah, if you refer someone, it gives you 30. So like your first week is gonna be like pretty much free.
Yeah, amazing.
Okay, so I'm writing this down. Boom. Sorry, everybody that's watching. We're doing some business here. Um,
Very important.
we're taking care of Kristin. So since we're talking about food, we're going to ask you a very, very important question that happens on every Bourbon and BS call. We switch questions up, but this one comes up every single time. Ready? Pineapples on pizza, yes or no?
I've heard about this one. Absolutely yes. But I like everything, like anything on pizza. And people will, get really angry about this, but I had a Thai pizza thing one time. Loved it. Pizza,
everything.
anything to me is pretty exciting.
All right, hold on. We're going to play a game. What would Kristin eat on a pizza? You ready? Tomatoes?
Yeah.
Okay. Green peppers?
Mm-hmm.
All right. How about if somebody put shrimp?
I don't love shrimp. That's like the only thing I don't like. I would certainly eat it, but
no, that one, I could tell by your face you're like, no.
Yeah.
Let's try one more. Lobster on pizza?
Yeah. If it had the right, not with tomato sauce, but like lobster,
the right kind of dressing
on a pizza, yes.
Like oil and butter and flat, really thin. Yeah, that would taste really. I just got hungry.
Yeah.
All right, one last one. Scallops.
Yeah,
Same thing. Yeah.
It has the right mix in there. Yeah.
Okay, so we just found something out. Next time we're all out traveling, everyone find Kristin the most unique slice of pizza. It's going to be a thing. Every time we go to an event from now on, we're finding you in that town a unique slice of pizza.
Okay, I'm really excited about this plan.
She's like, when do we go and start traveling again? We need to get this program started right away. So what are you keeping yourself entertained with, like when you're home and work is done? Because you're super into what you do and you're the best at it. And so like when you're done with that, what do you do? Like what's your entertainment?
Yeah, well, I've had a pretty strong list of activities. Like and I think everyone did this when quarantine happened. It was like, okay, what am I going to do with this extra time? But I don't know. I think I've tried out a lot of different things. I do like making lotions and chapsticks and like these little crafty things. I made candles for the first time the other day, but I have a nice little quarantine circle of people that are neighbors, and we, hang out almost every evening. I live really close to a hiking trail, so I go hiking
nice.
times a week, and every day I go on a big, walk or bike ride, something like that. It's nice. Yeah, the like physical activity is great now that I'm not traveling so much. So
I love the crafty stuff like that.
Yeah,
Can I tell you something? It's a chance to do the things that you didn't have time to do when you're actually doing it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I gotta start running this because you can be tired at the end of the day, and then if you look at the list, it's like, oh yeah, I want to do this craft.
So you're organized enough to have a list of things to do, but to order your meals.
I know. So true.
We're discovering something here right now. She loves cooking, but not that much.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I got to put that in my calendar, I think.
Yes. Well, I already have a thing written down to remind you. So when you start, it's on. I'm going to call you I'm going to text you every week. Be like, did you place your order? Did you place your order? Sticking with food for a minute, because this is really fun. When you go to a restaurant and you're being offered, the whatever entree you're having, are you ordering a salad? They're saying you can have a soup or salad. Are you doing a soup or a salad?
Oh, I mean, if I can do both, I do both. But if it's cold, no, I always do the salad. I don't love salads, but I, try to get the greens in there. So
you always do this. How about this? Grilled chicken or fried chicken?
Oh, well, I am a huge fan of wings. I don't know if you remember this, but I used to have to like keep myself from eating, like I would limit myself to 3 times a week of eating wings. And so
really?
I'm a huge fried chicken fan, but I've limited it lately. I've been getting it under control. So.
Hi, my name is Kristin, and I'm a fried wing addict.
Thankfully, I don't live close to a place that sells wings anymore. It was really rough for a while when I lived right across from a wing place. So,
where have you had the best, like which So you travel so much. Ooh, this is exciting. This is a good one. I might add this to a regular question. Where was the best place you had wings? Like,
It was,
honestly stands out.
yeah, right here in LA, downtown, there's a place called Birdie's. I've actually done a podcast where I talk about Birdie's already. So this is my second one.
Second time.
Yeah, they have really great wings, really great fried chicken sandwiches, and the best customer service. So they're my go-to.
I have a feeling that you're having a couple drinks and we're talking about your favorite food.
I'm gonna
I have a feeling I know where you're ending up tonight.
Yeah, for sure. No question.
The last question of the episode is always, what are you doing later today? But I already know.
Yeah.
It's already predetermined. And you can take a picture of it and send it to us and we'll put it right on the video. Yeah. You'll be like, here I am. and it's going to happen. Oh, yeah. My goodness. So listen, when I said, how do you entertain yourself? You didn't say anything about binge watching stuff, or are you not a big Netflix or Hulu? You're not a big TV person?
Yeah, well, I've watched a good amount of movies lately, but I usually watch them like late at night with a friend or something. And I don't know, we just like are talking at the same time. So I've been on a Tom Cruise kick lately. Just really weird.
Do you have any new movies? I don't even know when was the last time he put out a movie.
I don't know. I watched The Firm, Jerry Maguire for the first time, have you seen Jerry Maguire?
Are you kidding me? Like 10 times.
Oh my gosh, really? Okay, I haven't.
Show me the money.
Don't tell me. Yeah, don't tell me what happens. The only clip I'd seen multiple times was You Had Me at Hello. But yep. So far, I'm like, what is happening? He's just crazy manic this whole movie. All his movies, I guess. But yeah. I don't know how they're going to come together.
He's really good in this movie. Like he does. Everyone in this movie does a great job. But yeah. You haven't seen the end? Like how far into it are you?
I have 30 minutes left. So that's also happening tonight.
Okay, there you go. Well, look at this. Yeah. We're making your plans for you.
I know, yeah.
So let me ask you this. Since we're talking about shows and movies and stuff, are you a scary movie person?
Oh, gosh. I like thrillers. I love psychological thrillers. So anyone that watches, please send the recommendations. But I despise...
I Am Mother. I'll give you one right there. I Am Mother.
Okay.
It's on Netflix.
Movie, though?
It's a psychological thriller.
Okay. Love psychological thrillers. Cannot handle horror movies. I won't sleep for days. Like literally at least one night I will not sleep. So one time, recently I looked for thrillers online for a recommendation on a list, and one of them was The Invitation. Have you seen it?
I heard, but I've never seen it.
Okay.
Is it like kids like doing something on like email stuff? Did I remember that? No?
Okay. Like a culty group. I don't know. It's a cult thing, which I like that kind of thing. But then, just suddenly some really scary stuff happens, and my friend had fallen asleep and I was by myself watching this movie, and I didn't know that was going to happen. So suddenly there's like horror things happening, and I'm like, yeah, didn't sleep all night. So
yeah. So no, horror. My friend was on. Not so much. So yeah, horror movies are once in a while, but you already know you're not going to be sleeping.
Yeah. So, on occasion that's fun, but you got to be ready for it.
Got to be ready for it. Yes. We watched the Scary Movie maybe 5 years ago, and that was the last time. Because
really?
My wife did the same thing, watched it and couldn't sleep for 2 nights. So she's like, you want to watch a scary movie? That's going to be all you. Never watching one again.
That's what I am.
So let me ask, let's do a U-turn here, completely, completely a 180 here on a question. If you could make a rule that everyone had to follow for one day, what would that rule be, Miss Cultural Outreach?
Oh, gosh. If everyone had to follow a rule every time they saw anyone, I think you'd have to either do something nice for them or compliment them. If everyone did something
I love that.
Nice all the time, yeah, that'd be a great rule for the day.
I love that. That needs to happen. Compliment day.
Yeah, that's compliment day.
Oh my goodness, that's got to be the best answer ever. Compliment day. That's got to be a thing.
Yeah, we should make it a thing.
We should make it a thing. Compliment day. We should choose a day.
Oh, I'm so excited about that day. Yeah.
It should be right after April Fool's. So April 2nd.
Yeah.
Here, everyone got jokes played on him, and now we're going to compliment you.
Yeah.
But I love that rule. That's deep. I like that. Compliment day. Now, do you go and so when you talk about compliments, do you ever like randomly pick up the phone and call someone and just be like, I just want to thank you for being you and
Uh,
how great you are? Do you ever do that randomly?
no, I love that though. I think I will start doing that. Yeah, I think with people close in my life, sometimes I just feel sudden like love for them, and I'll call them and be like, just want you to know you're amazing. But
Yes.
I need to do that more in general life.
It literally changes people's lives. Like
Yeah.
that, just that one little message of, hey, you're amazing. I just want to say thank you.
Oh,
And it
so
changes
good.
their life. Kristin, you're amazing. I just want to say thank you.
Thank you. You're amazing too. Thank you for
Yes,
the
cheers.
show.
So I'm going to ask you something. This is really a cool question for you. I think out of everyone, I'd love to hear your answer on this one.
Okay.
So if you had a choice of a vacation or just a getaway, would you
Mhm.
go to a beach or if you had, I mean, you only have two options, a beach or the mountains. What do you
Yeah.
choose?
And you have to choose one or the other.
You have to choose one or the other.
Well, I think mountains. It's a really tough choice. I've thoroughly enjoyed beach vacations, but
Yeah.
I do, yeah, just love the mountain getaway.
Yeah. And when you go to the mountains, first of all, when was the last time you've gone out to nature like that? Like literally got a little house or went out with friends and you guys rented a place?
So yeah, I think that it maybe early this year, we went to Big Bear and had like some friends. We rented a big cabin. That was super fun. I went camping recently, but we didn't go to the mountains, so it was a disaster because it was terribly hot out here. But I
Where
was
did you
thinking
go
about
camping in
that
LA?
into the mountains. Oh, the desert, which had record heat over here, so it's miserable. The reason I thought of that was because the whole time I was like, why didn't we go to the mountains? It would be so much better. But,
Kristin, I want to teach you something.
mhm.
The desert is always hot.
Well, I got some notification that came up that said record heat in the Death Valley area. We were right outside the Death Valley.
Oh
So
my gosh. And when you say camping, you're talking about tents, building
yeah,
fires that you don't really need.
yeah,
The whole
I
thing.
couldn't sleep in the tent because it was too hot. But yeah,
So you have to sleep outside the tent?
I slept in my car with the thing open, the door open.
AC and AC. Did you have it running for a while and then turn it off?
No, but in the morning I had to sit in the car for a while with the AC on. It
I
was
can't
really
believe it. You are such an adventurer. Oh my goodness. How many people went with you on this terrible vacation?
there were like there were like 10 people, and I was the only one that was. I mean, everyone was like really hot, but I was the one that was like, guys, I can't do this anymore. I'm leaving
I give
early.
up.
Yeah.
You could
Why
never
not
be on that show. You ever see that show? What's it called? Is it on Discover? Where they send two people out.
Survivor or something?
No, they're naked. What's that called?
Oh, Alone and Afraid?
Something. Oh, Naked and Afraid. Naked and
Naked
Afraid.
and
That's
Afraid.
it. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Naked and Afraid.
Yeah.
You couldn't do it. Like
No,
it's no way. Neither
no.
could I, by the way. I actually anyone that ever goes on that
The
show,
first-
they seem crazy to me.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm crazy, but I'm not. I can't handle that. My body's too sensitive.
So
I need
my
all-
brother-in-law, his cousin was on that show, Naked and Afraid. Okay, he's Green Beret. Okay, now everybody that doesn't, so for people that don't know what the show is, I'm going to explain to everyone. Naked and Afraid is they get two people, a man and a woman, that are, and it's about like going back in time into the wilderness where people lived without any, clothes and resources, and so they take these two people, random people, and they put them together, and for 21 days they have to survive wherever they put them. Sometimes it's in the woods, sometimes it's in the desert, sometimes it's in the rainforest. It's all over the place, right? And you literally are naked, and you have a pouch with two things in there. You can either, whatever you want to bring, you get to bring with you, and then you have to survive, and then you have to meet the helicopter or wherever you go at the end of the 21 days. Okay, this is for everyone that doesn't know. I'm sure you know this, Kristin. So okay, so this guy, I think his name is Bo, and I'll confirm this. This is the most amazing thing. Me and my wife were kind of stuck on the show for a while, and we see this come up, and we're like, oh my goodness. And we're watching this guy, Green Beret. They were not in trouble for even 2 seconds. He built them a hut. He built them a a weapon rack. They were eating alligator, snake, fish, birds. He made them clothes. They were wearing clothes.
What?
I swear to you, he didn't even lose weight. This whole episode, he didn't lose.
God.
You know how they show at the end of the episode how much weight everyone loses?
Yeah.
He didn't lose anything.
Oh my gosh. How do you?
I have no clue. It was so easy for him. It was like, so here's my point. My point is, hey, all the different armies, Marines, good job, guys. Like, you've really trained our soldiers to survive under any conditions, because this guy had nothing, and literally they could have lived out there for months.
Man, that's so crazy.
Yeah, it was nuts. I was like, when is he going to build an elevator in that hut? You know, like it was, he had no stress. He wasn't freaking out. He was just like, hey, we're going to survive. He built an alligator trap.
Overnight, you know, like I can't imagine.
No. Oh, I'd be done. First day, I'd be like, listen, this was fun. I'm out.
Yeah. That's why we're not on the show.
But we're not survivalists. Those people do it for the survivalist piece of it.
Yeah.
Although, you know what? I could see you doing a survival show just to see.
Oh, no.
No, not happening.
I like, you know, I wouldn't even make it through the night, I don't think. I
think you could do a reality show though. You seem like someone that would do some sort of reality show.
Yeah, I can. Yeah. I mean, there's other ways to, you know, be crazy on TV. So I'm sure I could do something.
Would you do like a cooking show? Like Home Chef or not Home Chef, but the one with Gordon Ramsay?
Yeah. Oh no. The yelling. I mean, maybe I'd be great on TV because I'd be really dramatic about it. But yeah, I don't think I could handle it.
You know, that would be too much. So Kristin, we've talked about a lot. I'm going to ask you two more questions, and then we're going to call it a night because you have fried chicken to eat.
Yeah.
And so, quick question. This is a new question. I've asked it a couple times, but I really think it's funny. So I'm going to ask. From Seinfeld, who would win in a fight, Kramer or George?
Oh, I think definitely Kramer, right?
I don't know. This is why we're asking. So far, that's what everyone's been choosing.
Yeah. Kramer, I mean, he's just such a great spaz, but I think, I don't know.
Great spaz.
That's all I can imagine.
He just spazzes out on George.
Yeah.
My argument has been that George has got this low balance, like this. He's stocky, he's big, and if he could just take him down into like a wrestling move, then he has a really good chance. But
also, didn't he like kill someone in an episode or something?
George or Kramer?
George. Or like he's accused of killing his wife or something, right?
I think so. Hey team, when you're editing this, if that episode exists, let's throw it in here too.
Yeah.
Let's throw it in here too. All right, and then final question. We already know the answer to this, but we gotta ask. What are you really going to be doing for the rest of the day?
Well, I think I might be done working. Maybe I'll get a little.
Of course, you're done working.
Yeah. And I think I'll for sure get the fried chicken sandwich or wings or both. Not sure. Yeah, and I'll definitely end the night with finishing Jerry Maguire. But in between there, I don't know. Maybe hanging with some friends a little bit.
I gotta say, I think that's been the best answer. The last answer we got was somebody was cleaning their golf clubs.
Oh man,
that's what they were doing. But they were really excited about it.
That's good. That's all that matters.
That's a shout out to Ernie from Homebot, by the way. He's gonna clean his clubs. He's so funny. He cracked me. Wait till you see that episode. It is the fun. It's just so funny. But you have the best answer. Like you're going to get delicious food. You're hanging out with friends. You're watching a great movie. Like, hello, life is beautiful, huh?
I know. Yeah.
Well, Kristin, we learned so much about you today. We all thought we knew you, but now we know you a little better. We know that you have skeleton in the back of you that has no clue why it's there. You just like it. Yeah. It's an awesome looking pic, by the way. We know you like to cook, and we know you're about to watch another Tom Cruise movie. So, Kristin, to you, thanks for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. So great talking to you.
See ya. Bye, Kristin.
Bye.